Hey everyone, welcome to my third Instagram Reels training today. Today I'm talking all things cover photos. If you've been experimenting with Reels on Instagram, then I'm sure that you've noticed that picking the perfect photo to grab attention while also be aesthetically pleasing on your grid is almost as hard as recording and editing the reel itself. Today, I'm going to give you my tips and tricks to planning your grid and picking photos and graphics for your reel that capture attention and make your grid look beautiful. First things first, you have to pick a grid pattern and stick to it. Oh, let me let someone in here. A few grids that I think are really beautifully put together. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys now. So this first one, actually, one of my social media clients had shared with me as she really liked it, and I agreed. It's absolutely beautiful. It's Skin Farm. I do not manage this Instagram account, but I think that whoever is doing a great job. What you'll notice about this one, and as well in my next example, which is Sunday Skin, is that they all do a very similar pattern in that they go person and then a photo of a location, a product, or a treatment, a person, and then a photo of their location, product, or treatment. And it just looks really beautifully put together. You're able to see who's on their staff. It builds that credibility. It shows you that they're real people. And it also shows you some of what they offer, some of their favorite skincare brands. And so I think between these two, they do a really good job. Now, you'll also see that these are reels that they're using. So they're just using plain photos to be over their reels. So when you're uploading your reel and you choose that cover photo, this is something that you could pre-plan and have so many of these beautiful photos in your library to upload and use as you're creating reels. So that way you don't have to think too hard about it, right? My next favorite client, who I absolutely love and I think does a great job with their graphic design, is Noack Aesthetics. And you'll see here, they follow a different pattern where they'll do a photo and a graphic and a photo and a graphic and a photo and a graphic. Now, what you can see on these photos here is that they're extremely intentional in the colors that they choose, right? So we can see these reds pull through across the different photos and graphics. So it really feels like it's all a part of one graphic family. They have the blues, they have the greens, the yellows, and they all just really beautifully come together. Another grid that I think, or another pattern of grids that I think is really stylish and cute is Savannah Boda's. You can see here, she follows a really similar pattern where she'll do like before and after photo, or just a photo of herself, and then some kind of graphic. On all of her graphics look really similar, but they're all adding value in different ways, right? And she does, photo, graphic photo. And as you can see, these are all just reel covers. So she's still getting all of that engagement from her reels, but she's doing a great job on picking a very aesthetically pleasing photo that goes over those. Another one that I want to share that does something similar, and I love this, is Rejuve Med Spa. They do a really great job. You can see here they have all white backgrounds on every other one. So they'll, complement it with different quotes or different hand pieces. They could even put products on all of these. And so everyone here is really intentional in choosing the patterns that they're using for their grids. And You'll also notice that something else that they do, aside from just being very consistent with their patterns, is their colors, right? So Rejuve was white with blues, and Savannah Boda did, the Dallas esthetician did a lot of pinks, and those came through. They have a lot of the same filters on all of their photos. So I really encourage you to choose a pattern and stick to it. Something else that's really helpful is finding a filter you love and putting that same filter over every single photo and grid cover, reel cover, excuse me, that you're using on your social media and on your Instagram. No matter what you choose, just be intentional, because this will help you attract the right followers, and it will also help you choose the right covers for your reels. So if you know that you're doing photo of a person, photo of a product, photo of a person in that pattern, then you'll know when you're doing your next reel that you can choose that person who's in the reel. The star of that reel can be that cover photo. And that's what really helps tie everything together. Now, I know that there's a million social media tools out there that you can use. I love Canva because it's a really easy tool for all med spas, and you don't have to be a graphic designer to really get use out of Canva. It's also free. They have paid versions. So I think for med spas whose your specialty is in injecting and aesthetics, it's not in graphic design, then this is a perfect tool for you to easily do that. In Canva, I put together a template for you that you could just drag and drop. I'm going to link this up in the comments for you. And you can just literally, guys, drag and drop the photos that you want to use for your reel covers and just get an idea of how everything comes together. I'll show you an example of how easy it can really be. So I love planning out a grid when I'm doing my social media. And so what we can do is we can find a photo that we've uploaded, and you'll just literally drag and drop it and see, would it look good on this post? Would it look good on this post? Do I want a person? Do I want a product? Drag and drop your content as you're planning it. And that way you're able to get a really good view on how aesthetically pleasing it all comes together, if the colors are matching up the way that they are in your head. And it's just a really easy way to do that. So again, I'm going to link that up in the comments below, so that way you can use it on your Canva. And let me grab that for you. And so I really encourage you to pick a pattern that speaks the most to you, that you find the most aesthetically pleasing, that goes along with your brand. It's going to make your life so much easier, and it's going to feed you your next grid or your next Instagram reel cover, right? Because you're going to know, oh, today is supposed to be a graphic in blue, and boom, it takes the thinking right out of it. You just default to what your pattern is. If you don't care what your grid looks like, but you want to choose exciting content and covers, just make sure that the photos and graphics that you're choosing are of the person or the treatment or the product that you're featuring in that reel, right? Just be wary that you're not bait and switching people on your grid to say, hey, we have, a photo of a SkinCeuticals photo, but really the reel is about cool sculpting. It has nothing to do with it. So, just make sure that it's all relevant, choose high quality photos, and use pretty filters and be aesthetic, right? So be aesthetically pleasing. So that's it today. Unless you have any questions, please drop them in the chat, or on a Facebook comment or an Instagram comment. If you're here live on Instagram or YouTube, I am seeing you all. Thank you all for being here today. If you are interested in learning more about Reels, I encourage you to go back and watch my old training from last month about using Reels for green screens, Reels for syncing up audio, and all of those fun, trendy voiceovers that you see on Instagram all the time. I walk you through exactly how to do that for your med spa. Check it out on our YouTube channel. And you can also get access to more free trainings that will help you grow your med spa at the link tree in our social bio. And make sure that you're joining this live group coaching call every Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Same place, same time. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. If you have any questions, if you want to save our trainings, or you want access to my Canva template, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Happy grid planning and stay beautiful.